In a world ruled by shadows, where secrets are currency and blood seals every deal, one woman walks the line between myth and nightmare, marked by a cobalt tattoo and forged by a hidden program. She hunts criminals tied to a past she was never meant to remember. But tonight, the truth awakens, and the hunter becomes the hunted. This is the story of the Cobalt Assassin. They spoke her name like a myth, a whisper carried through alleyways and underworld corridors. Some called her a ghost, some called her a reaper, but the ones who survived her blade never forgot the glowing cobalt tattoo on her wrist. A crescent moon wrapped around a dagger, a symbol no one could trace, and no one dared question. Her real name was buried, erased, forgotten even by her. Tonight, the past she wasn't to know is coming for her. In the highest corner of Elicer City, a crime lord named Coran sits in his fortified penthouse, guarded by men with rifles and nerves of steel. He believes he's untouchable. He believes she won't come. He believes his walls are thicker than her legend. He is wrong. She moves like smoke. Before he turns, her blade is at his throat. Coran asked with a trembling voice who sent her. He said. She says nothing until he spots her tattoo. His face drains a color. No, not that mark. It was supposed to be destroyed. You don't even know what it means, do you? Said Coran. They lied to you. Everything you remember is manufactured. You were never meant to outlive the others, he said. Her blade silences him. But before he falls, an encrypted chip slips from his pocket with the same cobalt symbol etched into its surface. For the first time in years, the assassin feels fear. Why does a crime lord carry her symbol? She doesn't know it yet, but killing Coran has opened the first door to a past she was never meant to uncover. And someone somewhere just activated the kill order for her. She returns to her bunker beneath the city and decrypts the chip. Lines of code unravel into a classified file. Project Cobalt, Subject 07. Her breath catches. Subject 07, that's her. Inside the file is a list of names. Crime lords, mercenaries, arms dealers. Every person she has been hired to kill for the past 3 years. But the final image freezes her completely. A photograph. A group of children standing in a laboratory. On every wrist, the same cobalt tattoo. She zooms in. One of the children is her. Behind the photo is a classified message. Terminate all surviving cobalt subjects. Last confirmed, Subject 07, it said. She whispers that they used her. To erase everyone who knew, she said. Before she can process it, the bunker door explodes. A masked strike team storms in with shock grenades and pulse rifles. Target located. Do not let her escape. She knows, said the strike commander. For the first time, she is no longer the predator. She is the prey, surrounded, outnumbered, and hunted by the same organization that created her. She moves with desperate precision, diving behind metal crates as pulse shots scorch the air. One rifleman charges. She flips him over her shoulder, cracks his mask, and uses his weapon to neutralize 2 more. But the commander steps forward with a heavy cannon saying, Subject 07, stand down. You will be recycled. She runs through the back tunnels as the cannon blows holes in steel walls behind her. She bursts onto the streets. Drones hunt overhead. Sirens echo. The district is locked down. She slips into an abandoned terminal where symbols appear on the walls. The Cobalt Crescent. Fresh, recent, purposeful. Someone wants me to follow it, she thought. Someone knows I was running. Someone is guiding me. She follows the symbol deeper underground. At the end of a narrow tunnel, she finds a hidden door. Inside stands a woman with the same cobalt tattoo. You don't remember me, do you? Said the woman. The assassin freezes. My name is Lyra, the woman says softly. I'm Subject 03. I'm your sister, said Lyra. Lyra reveals the truth she was never meant to know. They erased your memory, all of it. You don't remember the escape. You don't remember leading us. You don't remember burning the labs, said Lyra. She shows a hologram of children training, fighting, bleeding under harsh lights. Doctors mark them with cobalt tattoos. Then chaos, flames, a rebellion led by one girl. Subject 07. You freed us, Lyra whispers. But they caught you, reprogrammed you, turned you into their perfect weapon, she said. The assassin struggles to breathe. Why send me after the crime lords, she asked. Because those men weren't just criminals, they were investors in Project Cobalt. Your missions were designed to erase every witness, said Lyra. Lyra pulls up one final encrypted name on the list. A name the assassin knows well. Someone powerful, influential, untouchable. Someone who should have been above all this. Someone she trusted. Her handler. The assassin storms out, heart shaking with betrayal. Her handler, the calm voice who guided her for years. The only person she thought she could trust. The person who claimed to rescue her as a child. He's the architect of her nightmare. She tracks his signal to a high-rise tower outside the city. A fortress disguised as a government research facility. Inside, she infiltrates silently until she reaches his office. He sits behind his desk, hands folded, expression cold. Subject 07. I expected you sooner, he said. Her heart burns with betrayal. He stands and presses a button, activating a device, glowing with cobalt energy. You were never meant to remember. But Charon forced my hand, he said as he walks toward her with slow, calculated steps. I didn't erase you to hurt you. You were unstable, dangerous. This will reset you. You'll be obedient again. She reaches for her blade, but the device surges, paralyzing her. You don't want the truth, 07. I promise, it's worse than the lies. The assassin collapses as a surge of electricity paralyzes her nervous system. Her mind collapses into a storm of memories. Children screaming, surgical lights, needles, battles. Her younger self leading the escape. Then, a memory she has never seen before. A shadowy figure pulling her from the flames, injecting her, plunging her into a tank, whispering, erase her. She remembers too much. The face steps forward. It's her handler. He didn't rescue her. He captured her. He rebuilt her. He weaponized her. She breaks free from the paralysis, no longer controlled by him. The handler's calm expression finally cracks. That wasn't possible. You should have wiped my fear, she says. Not my memory. They fight through shattering glass and sparks. He tries to flee, but she pins him to the wall. You still don't know the real secret, he growls. Killing me won't stop what's coming. You were only the first. She forces him to open the facility logs. Rows of test chambers, cryopods, subjects sleeping in glass tubes. Another Cobalt subject. Hundreds of them. Project Cobalt wasn't an assassin program. It was an army. You were the prototype, the handler says. And they will follow you. Her heart stops. Rows of pods slowly light up, one by one. Numbers appear. Subject 21, Subject 43, Subject 87. Dozens, hundreds, maybe more. She steps back in horror. What have you done? We built an army. And when the time comes, they will awaken. And you, Subject 07, will lead them. The assassin stares at the pods as frost creeps across the glass. Her entire existence, her suffering, her missions, her rebellion, all of it was just the beginning. She turns to the handler, but he has already triggered the fail-safe. Red lights explode across the facility. Warning, all subjects awakening. Containment breach in progress. The pods begin to open. Hands push through the frost. Eyes blink awake. Dozens of children, teenagers, adults, all with the same Cobalt tattoo. The assassin grips her blade as the frozen army of her own kind begins to rise. Now the question is no longer who she is. It is what she must become to stop the army she was born to lead.